So let's handle the click of the item. We'll have to handle several situations. First one will be when we click on the item to add this class is visible. When we click it again, we'll remove this class from the UL with the ID of menu. So we'll code in our console and then transfer the script information into our JS file. So first, we would like to get this UL of ID menu, and the next thing we would like to get is the icon which will trigger the showing of the menu. So we'll grab both of the elements. We'll grab first the menu and save it in a variable called menu with the document query selector, and as a parameter we'll pass the ID of menu. Next, we would like to grab the button and handle its click event. So we will just type document query selector, and inside we'll pass the menu icon ID. Then we'll add an event listener for the click event. So we type add event listener, and then we type the event we would like to listen to, and the function which will be executed when someone clicks on the menu. So for now, we would like to display a hi to the user, and we have to close, of course, the add event listener function here. So we run the function and we click on our menu icon, and we see that the click event has been handled. Now let's write the actual code for showing and hiding the menu. Okay, for this we'll just use the menu variable from above and to its class list. So we'll toggle the class of is visible. So we'll type here is visible. So this will add is visible when this class is not present in the element, and remove it when it's present. Let's run the code and take a look at the elements. For now we have the isVisible class, so the function toggle should remove it. So we click on the icon and the class has been removed. When we click again, this class is added. The next thing we would like to do is when the person clicks somewhere else on the screen, again to hide this menu, we'll add an event listener to the window. So whenever the person clicks somewhere else on the window, we'll close this menu. So we'll need to create one new function. We'll call the function check on window. So we'll type function check on window, and we'll grab inside the event we would like to check upon. For now, we'll just type console log hi clicking on window, and we would like this function to be triggered inside of our previous code. So we'll add to the window like we already specified, window dot again add event listener, and we'll get the click event, and we'll start this function check on window. So whenever someone clicks somewhere on the window, this function check on window will be triggered. Let's run this code now, and whenever we click somewhere, we see that our function has been triggered. This is the code we have so far. So how now to check whether we are on the menu or on the content? When we go back to the elements, we see that all those elements in the menu, they belong to one parent which is called nav. So we can use a function closest in JavaScript, and we can get all those elements who had direct parent of nav. This way we can identify whether the user has been clicking on the menu or on the content. So we'll just use the function and we'll get the source of the event. So we'll type if event target, and then this function closest nav, and then we'll trigger this message. So if we have been on the navigation, we'll type clicking on navigation here. All right, we'll refresh the whole page, because right now we have a lot of event handlers here attached, and we'll run again our code. When we click somewhere on the navigation, we see clicking on the navigation has been displayed, and when we click somewhere else on the screen, we see that nothing happens. The last thing we would like to do is inside here, instead of saying clicking on navigation, to remove the visibility of the navigation. So we will just type menu class list remove, and the class of is visible. The code says that if we are on the navigation, to remove the class list of visible, but we actually would like to run this code when we are on the content. So we'll just type if we are not on the navigation, just remove this class of visible, and we run the code. So if we click here, the menu appears. If it clicks again on the icon, it closes. When it's appeared and we click somewhere else on the screen, we see that the menu closes automatically. So we copy all the working code and go back to our JavaScript, and we can insert this code here directly. And we would like also the first part of the code to paste it inside our event listener on done content loaded after our set timeout function. We are doing this because we would like this functionality of the menu to become active after all the elements are being displayed correctly on our web page. So we save, and we can refresh our code here and see if the functionality works. Yeah, we see that everything is okay. One last thing we would like to improve in our code is to remove the event listener when we are away from our menu. In order to do this, we'll just copy this line here, which is the adding of the event listener, and we'll go to the function check on window. The moment we are closing the menu, we'll run the same function to remove the event listener, but just we'll replace the word with remove, so everything else stays the same. So when we save and refresh our code, everything runs correctly, and we efficiently are removing the event listener, so it will not create memory problems for the JavaScript interpreter.